Hello all and welcome to the last episode of this micro series on self preparation of UPSC. I hope you have liked all the episodes and it has helped you in your self preparation. This last episode, although we have almost already covered everything right from the prelims till the mains and interview writing skills. Everything has been covered in the previous episode, but this episode I have kept for one special point on motivation. Now, this video is about how to stay motivated during the preparation. Now, you would think that, especially those who are not preparing and who are just thinking about it, and from the outside, they would think that yes, you are going for IAS, you are going for IPS, you are going for UPSC. It should be enough to make you motivated. So why this special talk on motivation? So this video, especially while thinking of the structure of this micro series, this is one of the first things that came to my mind. And other than this, there was because many people are not aware what exactly civil service is. So if you have followed this series, the zero episode was specially made to tell the aspirants what is civil service, so that you know what you are striving for, you know what you are going to spend your so much of time in the preparation. So that is why understanding civil service was very, very important, and that is why I have made that special episode on civil service, explaining what you are getting into. Now similarly, this episode and this topic of motivation is also very, very important. Please understand that this preparation is a big effort and a big task and a long journey, and we need to stay focused, we need to stay motivated at all points to get the best out of our preparation. So that is why it is needed. Myself also, I have given multiple attempts during these, and I have seen many people who are giving these multiple attempts, and mostly people will have to give multiple attempts. Of course, there are a few brilliant ones who get selected in the first attempt, but mostly it is second attempt, third attempt. So it is the nature of the exam is such. So it involves total commitment for 3-4 years, and that is why this motivation talk is very, very important. How to stay motivated, because if you are not motivated, then you will not give your best. The time management will not be optimal, and the commitment towards the effort will not be enough. So that is why staying motivated is very, very important. So that is why we are dedicating a special this last video on simply motivation for the exam, how to stay motivated during this whole period of preparation for UPSC civil service exam. Now, one of the first thing you should remember is that this is a service where you can make a difference, and especially it is apt for those who love public dealing, who want to be associated with public service, who really want to do something to make a change in the system and in the administration, in the way things are happening on the ground. So it is a great opportunity, and to get into that you have to come through this exam. So to make that difference, this exam is which will take you to that place where you can make the difference. Now, getting into civil service, so I have made that special video, episode 0 in this series. If you have not watched it, I'll leave the link in the description. Please go and watch that video and understand what is civil service, what you are getting into, and in what capacities and in what places you can make the difference, and you can make a change, and you can bring transformation. So that is also very, very important, and it is really a great opportunity to work on the grassroots, and to be heading so many departments and coordinating with so many departments and directly dealing with people, with block level staff, with all the line departments in the district. So it's a great opportunity, the service, and there are so many services. This also I have explained in one of the streams that it is not just the IAS, but the other services which are there, they have in their respective areas the potential to make the transformation, and they all are great opportunities. And through all the services, essentially ultimately you can go to the central government on deputation, and then you can work wherever your interest areas are in that particular ministry or department. You can work on deputation as well. So it's not just about the IAS. So these civil services is a great opportunity, but as you know that great things are not easy to get. So that is why this whole the process is so difficult, because to get this great opportunity is just not just you. 25 lakh, 30 lakh more people every year along with you will fill the form, will give the exam, and they all are impressed by this opportunity, great opportunity to make a difference, and they all want to join the civil service. And there is a huge competition, and that is why the whole process is so rigorous that you need to stay motivated throughout to perform optimally. Now, another reason why you should always remember these things, what we are talking about in this video, basically if you really think about it, these are not new things, but some things need to be told again and again, and we keep on forgetting these basic things which we should remember to stay motivated. Now, one of the most important thing you should remember is that going ahead, there shouldn't be a regret in life. If you had wanted to do this exam and for some reason you couldn't, and then later after 10-15 years there is a sudden breakdown in the professional curve, and then you realize that you should have gone and attempted, at least tried this exam. So at that point of time you won't be able to do anything, because you cannot travel back, so can't change the past. So it is very, very important that we whatever we are thinking right now, if there is some aspiration that has to be taken up. I am not just talking about UPSC here, it's a generic point to the youth out there. Whatever ambitions you have, whatever desires you have, in a timely manner, effort has to be made, because some things of course are always available to be achieved. There is no age bar. But when it comes to government services and all these competitive exams, there's age bar, there are other kind of criteria are there. So so you never should have this regret in life that I always wanted to give this exam, but I couldn't because of job, because of this, because of family, because of other commitments, because of this. So that should not be the case. Think about it. Those who are having second thoughts in the career, that's fine, everyone gets that, and at least you have started thinking that what you really want to do. So that is the first step, and once you have realized that okay, it's time to think what you really want to do, then obviously at some point of time you will get there. It's just a matter of time. So always remember that this regret is the worst thing that can happen in the later stages of our life. So whatever we want to do, so you have chosen, you have a desire to give and appear in this exam, to clear this exam, do it, go ahead and do it. So that in the later stages of life, this should not be, you should not confront this feeling of regret. Now here, just on a positive note, because this is an exam where multiple attempts can be required, and I have seen that many brilliant people, hard-working people, and after one attempt they get so frustrated because you have to repeat the whole process, right? I mean, once you let's suppose you have studied hard for a couple of years, 2 years, and then you appear in this exam, and then you clear prelims, you clear mains, you reach the interview, but somehow you don't make it to the merit list, or somehow you don't make it to the whatever service you actually wanted, and then you get so demotivated that you just You just cannot start the cycle of studying again, and either you don't give the next attempts, or you just run out of steam in the next attempts, and then you score average, and then you cannot qualify. So I have seen this with many people, and we should always, if you are a keen observer, you must have observed that it's ant or any insect. Sometimes when they are climbing up a wall, sometimes they fall, and then without any delay, they start climbing again. They fall again, they start climbing again. So this is exactly what you need to remember. There is no point in wasting time here. Let us be practical. This exam is a difficult exam, and it may require multiple attempts. It may require to start the whole cycle again and again and again. So we should be ready, mentally ready for that, and we should take inspiration from our little ants, which are the great motivators, in a sense that they continue to do it unless they achieve it. So something very similar you have to do in this exam. Now again, another thing which you should remember about this preparation is that it's a great learning curve. It's an amazing learning curve. I will give my own example. When I graduated from IIT Kharagpur, then I joined Deloitte Consulting, worked there for a couple of years, and then went to prepare to Delhi. By that time, I didn't have a great idea on how this country is running, how this governance, what is public administration, what, of course we knew constitution, but not to the depths of it. And while preparing, so much knowledge came, and so much things we got to know, that it really was astonishing feeling that how come these basic things, how our country is functioning, how the economy is functioning, we never thought about it. We never were curious enough to know about all these things. And when you know all these things, it makes a great difference in your decision making, the way you move ahead, the direction in which you move ahead, the decisions you take, the initiatives you take. So that kind of knowledge is enlightening, and that is why I feel it is a total transformation. So you will feel a totally different person right before your preparation. Couple of years after, once you have done 1 cycle, 2 cycle, 3 cycle, and then people themselves will tell you that you are a changed person now. The perspectives change, the knowledge is enhanced to a great extent, and it's an amazing curve, and something which you won't regret. So that is what I felt, that even if we don't make it through this exam, it has opened so many doors, and there's so many opportunities and so many things that needs to be done, and so many initiatives can be taken in whatever field you want to be. Another example, when you start preparing for this exam, and then you come to know about the other exams, and it opens the door. So when I was going to Delhi for preparing for civil services, I was not aware of CAPF exam, which is Centrally Armed Police Force exam, which is for the entry as assistant commandant, again a group A service into these all these paramilitary forces, centrally armed forces like ITBP and the CRPF, CISF, etc., etc. But when I reached there, and when I was preparing for civil service, I also came to know, and since the syllabus is only general studies, so it really was easy, and I got through this exam first before civil service, and I joined as assistant commandant in ITBP, which was altogether another very amazing experience. And so that is why this whole process of preparation for UPSC, it is an amazing learning curve, and it enriches you like anything, and it transforms you, and it will definitely make you a better person in terms of decision making, in terms of knowledge, and then wherever you go, all this knowledge, all this experience will be helpful, and it will not be a waste. This is a something you will feel within a couple of months of starting your preparation. Now yes, I mean, this is what I have mentioned just now, that other exams, if you consider this UPSC as a mother exam, then all other exams, competitive exams, especially those conducted by UPSC and also by SSC and also by other state level organizations, they become like a child exam in front of this exam. So if you are prepared for this, you will do well in other exams. Of course, there are exceptions and you have to study some special other things also for certain exams. But as a general rule, if you are well prepared for UPSC, it will be of great help in so many other competitive exams. So this is a great add-on. Other than that, it will transform you totally, and you will be enriched with knowledge, and you will be ready to face other exams as well. So this is something, I hope you are aware of conscription. So now conscription is something where a state as a country has some kind of military, usually military service, compulsory military service for its citizens. So there are many countries where this conscription is there, and countries where conscription is there, you will see the people are so disciplined because everyone has been into the military for a couple of years, they have served, and discipline has come into their lifestyle. It has become their lifestyle. I will give again my example from ITBP. So before UPSC, I cleared this exam and I joined the training of ITBP, which is in Mussoorie. The academy is in Mussoorie. And while the training happened, it's a very different experience. When you train in the paramilitary and in the armed forces, and the kind of discipline which is inculcated in you, that stays in you, the kind of commitment towards physical fitness and commitment towards time, commitments towards discipline, commitments towards superiors, everything. So it's an amazing transformation in itself, and that is what is the meaning of conscription. So of course, so this I feel UPSC preparation is like a knowledge conscription, and everybody should do it. So because not just for the sake of this exam, I feel it is as a citizen, it is very important for us to know how the country is functioning, how the government is functioning, how the administration is functioning. Then only we will be as a citizens, we can participate in a way that we can work along with administration. We can understand where we can participate, where we can collaborate, where we can find faults, and where we can rectify, where we can add a helping hand to the ongoing efforts. So to be to contribute to the development of the country. And this brings to another point which I feel that everyone has to contribute towards the development of the country. Then the transformation will be truly amazing. If there are certain group of people who just sit in their place and just keep on criticizing whatever is happening. Yes, criticism is important. There has to be criticism, constructive criticism though, and based on that things can improve. But it is, what I feel personally is that if everyone can contribute in some way or the other for the development of the the whole place, the area, the district, the state and the country, then things will move at such an amazing pace. And I think we can really achieve a lot if everyone participates. So coming back to the point, so conscription, I hope you have understood the meaning of conscription. So what my feeling is that this UPSC preparation should be like a knowledge conscription, and everyone should do it, and especially in graduation. So that's a great time. We have a lot of time apart from college, so why not read all these things, reading about polity, reading about history, geography, reading about environment. This as a basic as a basic citizen of India, I think we should all learn these things, and it will help us to contribute towards the development of the country, towards the progress of the nation, towards the progress of our district, our area, our villages and our people. So that is why this preparation can be a total game changer, and nobody will probably regret going for this preparation and giving their full. So now I hope all these things are enough to keep you motivated And whenever you feel down, I think you should watch this video, and somebody needs to remind you all these things. Of course, we know that okay, the initial motivation, when somebody starts, okay, I want to join the IAS, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to go to my this place, and I want to transform all the villages. And so the kind of motivation which is there at the start of the preparation, if we can continue that motivation, nothing can replace that. So in order to do that, you need to constantly remind yourself why you got into this at the first place, and you should remind yourself all these things, because sometimes we are overwhelmed with the pressure, with the immediate, the temporary failure, and so many other factors are there in the world. And sometimes we need somebody needs to shake us up and remind us why we started this in the first place, and why we are doing it, and what all is at stake. So that is the whole point of this video. Now lastly, couple of points I want to address. It's a long fight, and we need to continue, and we need to spend our energies strategically. If you give your basically 300% 24/7, you will get exhausted, and you will feel burnout. You'll feel burnout, that it's too much and it is basically beyond your energy levels, and that something is not sustainable. You cannot do it for the another year or another 2 years. This is impossible, and you give out. So that has to be avoided, and everyone has different capacities and different requirements. So there is no fixed formula, right? I mean, I cannot tell you that okay, 12 hours every day. Some people might need to study only 6 hours, because their initial base is at that level, and their the focus is very good. So only 6 hours, 5 hours will do. For some people who lack all these qualities, they will have to slog more. So it all depends on you. So, but then in any case, both cases, you need to avoid the burnout. Give yourself, spice it up. I would say spice it up your preparation. That doesn't mean that to eat, spicy food. You need to do some creative stuff along with this preparation. For example, in the previous episodes about interview and DAP, I talked about hobbies. How one needs to have hobbies. So I was into blogging, and I still write, and I love writing. So while preparing, every week I used to watch a movie, and since I liked the writing, I used to write movie reviews, and that was one break that I decided that I should do every week. For 6 days I was totally committed, and it was just waking up and eating and studying. That was it. And then, but on Sundays I gave myself some time, and I used to go watch a movie and write a review, and it felt really good giving that break to avoid this burnout. And it's very, very important. For you it can be gardening, for you it can be sports, for you it can be anything, any kind of activity, any kind of physical activity. It can be anything. So just for some small amount of time, you should socialize. You should not totally outcast yourself. You should give time to your hobbies. Of course, majority of time has to be given to the preparation, but as a break and once in a week, something like that, whatever suits you, whatever makes you smile, do it, and whatever makes you happy, whatever group of people makes you happy, go spend time with them. So avoid burnout, balance it out. That is the way to get optimal performance. Basically, you have to get your optimal performance, and you cannot perform at that optimal performance always. So you'll have to come down, then go up, come down and go up. You cannot be at this high all the time. Otherwise, you'll totally exhaust yourself, you'll totally burn yourself out, and then that will be the end of preparation. So avoiding burnout is very, very important. Now, I hope you are feeling motivated, and whenever you lack motivation, please watch this video. And lastly, I want to give an example of boxing. So if you are aware, in a boxing match, you are defeated not when you fall. You get a knock sometime. The boxers, basically players, they are knocked out they fall, but that is not when they are declared defeated. The defeat is when that person, that player who's down, he refuses to get up. That is when the defeat is declared. So if you rise up again, and then start fighting, you are not defeated. So that is exactly what you need to remember. On one hand, I want to wish you all the luck that you get through in the first attempt. But in case that doesn't happen, remember it's a boxing match and you have to rise up again. If you don't get up again, that will be defeat. So always remember this story. This is something which has motivated me in various situations, and we have to fight. We have to keep on fighting whatever the task is. And in this UPSC preparation, it's a long journey, and all these things which I have said today are basically things which are needed to feel that motivation, to feel that power. It's very, very important in this preparation that we are motivated, we are constantly surrounded with good people, good friends, with family, all kind of support is there, and rest is all your hard work and determination. So with that, we will come to the close of this video and the series. This is the 10th episode, and we have covered everything in the 10 episodes. I have done an extra episode on civil service, episode 0, and there is an introduction. So with this video, this series on self preparation is now complete. I hope it has helped you in one way or the other, and if you want me to cover specific topics in detail, then please mention it in the comment section, and I will do a detailed stream on that particular topic. At the last, once again, the whole motto of this series was to help those who want to do self-preparation. So please remember that self-preparation is totally possible. You can totally clear this UPSC exam just basis of self-preparation. How it is to be done, I have explained in all 10 videos. So hope it helps, and please share it. There are so many people, so many people who want to prepare for UPSC, but they don't have the resources to go to Delhi or to other big places with coachings and join coaching and stay there, and they give up the idea. So after knowing about these, after thinking about such youth, I had decided to make this series, and I want this to reach them. So please share it, this whole playlist, with those who want to do self-preparation, especially those who are not having the resources. And I'll be really happy if it reaches more people of that sort. So with that, we'll end this video, we'll end this series. Keep watching the videos. I will be doing more and more videos on career counseling, and of course on public service and rural development. And there will be variety of vlogs as well, detailing about rural development, and of course career as per the feedback which I receive in the comment section. I'll create new videos. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.